Hello everybody and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper 2. We are still alive somehow. We made it. Flint's still here. We were able to get that done. We got the achievement. Karman is analyzing our data. We were finally able to get that in. I don't know what else to do. I'm glitching a little bit because we did have some dice breakages last time, but now we only have one dice that's looking a little bad, and it's this one. Which I should probably use for something. I guess I might as well, right? I could do something with that. But what? Oh yeah! I have a +2 to that now. I'm close to getting a plus on something else as well. Not that one. Never that one, unfortunately. What about a fuel extraction? We'll do that here. Just a little bit of fuel. We know we're gonna need it. You always need fuel. And then some scrap. We could turn this into a +4. That should be alright. Ooh, well, I got a little bit of scrap. It didn't go very good, though. We're just waiting until the next cycle, so we might as well. Oh, the mushrooms. If only I had into it. At least we could do it on quests. We learned that. So there's always that. End cycle. Oh, immediately. No, glitching. Thanks for coming up, Sleeper. Karman is waiting for you and Seraphim when you arrive at the medbay, looking a lot fresher. He leads you into a small alcove set up like an office, with an aging terminal on a simple welded desk, and a small window looking out across the dusty rock of Oliveira. Got some news for us? Seraphim asks impatiently. Since you arrived back from the manufactory, he has been restless, though you aren't sure why. Do he and, the girl, do they know each other? Or does he have like a thing with her, or is he just getting anxious? I don't know, I'm not sure. Not to worry. Karman grins slyly. I think you'll want to hear this. He hits a key on the terminal, and a file browser appears on the screen, showing hundreds of individual pieces of data. Ankita has sure been busy. Karman gestures to the screen. She's been scraping Utsubo communications cycle after cycle, got access to ciphers and encryption that only the gang's leadership should be able to see. He smiles. It seems she has learned some tricks since we worked together. But that's not what matters. What matters is the content of these messages. He taps a few keys and loads some of the data, which scrolls down the screen. Some parts of Utsubo leadership have been getting ideas. Ideas about taking Greenbelt and controlling food production in the belt. About exerting power over Wellspring. Big ideas for a gang, so they basically want to become like Conway and Essenarp. But these Utsubo members aren't alone. They've found themselves a powerful ally. Karman shakes his head. Senetstat. Oh no, no! Senetstat, one of the two corporations fighting a bitter battle for control of the inner system. A pernicious force, one that Utsubo are opening a door for in the bell. Oh no! You can't be serious, Seraphim cuts in. They can't be that stupid. I don't know what to tell you. At least someone inside Utsubo is trying to broker a partnership. I bet it's Lane. Who? Seraphim leans over to look at the screen. You don't need Karman's answer, and neither does Seraphim. Lane. Seraphim looks at you, shaking his head. It has to be Lane. Karman looks between you both. Seems like you already know something I don't. Guy's been chasing us for most of the game, we'd better. Lane is a piece of shit Utsubo leader who thinks he owns us. Seraphim shakes his head. Exactly the kind of piece of shit arrogant enough to try to manipulate Senetstat. Karman nods thoughtfully. My condolences. I'm starting to see how you crossed paths with Ankita. Are you saying we're reckless and we don't think before we do things? Because you'd be right, but... We have a shared enemy then. Karman pauses, his face unmoving. I'm not sure you want this fight, Sleeper. Oh, it's been my fight for a while now, I'm afraid. Like I said, Ankita and I worked together. To put it simply, we ran in the same mercenary outfit. Karman looks away. A lot has happened since then, but this message, this data... It's her calling in a favor. And I owe her, that's for sure. Karman shakes his head and pushes himself from the desk, crossing the room to look out of the window at Oliveira's pale and airless surface. Hell, after what went down, I owe you both too. You look at Karman, staring out at the surface of this hostile rock. and wonder what he sees out there. He established the colony as a fallback, a retreat, not just for him, for others too. But you get the feeling that Karman knows any retreat is only ever temporary. He turns back to look at you. And you, Sleeper, what will you do? I mean, escaping Lane would be nice, but you know what we could do that would escape everything is destroy the entire gang. Let's do it. Take on a gang, Karman smiles. Are you sure about that? I'm stupid. I make stupid decisions. I don't think before I do things. Hubris, I'm going for it. Going all in. All in! We're going to end Lane, whatever it takes. Seraphin stares down Karman, fists balled. Karman looks at you. That one's going to get you in trouble. Oh, he already has multiple times, many times. It's part of the job. He turns to Seraphin. But I like that energy. He looks back out the window. This is not something we're going to take head on. He shakes his head. Ankita sent us our weapon. Karman turns and gestures at the console screen, with its reams of incriminating data. Utsubo don't control all of Darkside. They only aspire to. They also claim to offer protection from the war between Senatestat and Conway. That presents us with an opportunity. Ooh, we take it over! Utsubo's full of members who'd rather die than concede Darkside to a corporate interest. If we play this right, Utsubo will end Lane for us. He smiles at Seraphin. To use your phrase. Ooh, how do we do it? I feel like leaking the data is too simple, but maybe I'm wrong. How do we do it? We can handle it. We've cracked Darkside once. We can do it again. Seraphin's confidence is infectious. I mean, it is, but also last time we went there, we kind of got stuck there, and it's only because of Ankita that we weren't stuck forever. I don't know if we want to be like, whoa, yeah, we got this. We want to be careful. And maybe not bring Marco. Definitely not bring Marco. Is that right? Karman seems to be thinking something through. He crosses to the console, back to the window, and then to the console once more. Alright, I'm going to need some time. But I can put this together. Karman nods at Seraphin. We'll need that energy, but you also need to be ready. We rush this, it's not ending well. So, I can wait. Karman turns his attention to you. We'll go from Greenbelt when you're ready. I have friends there who can help get that ship of yours into Darkside. Oh, hell yeah! Not Marco. Seraphin looks at you. We have our own preparations to make, but we'll be ready. Are we sure? Are we sure? I'm glitching. We can definitely wait until I'm done glitching, but will that even help when we get there? Lane will know I'm there immediately. Unless me and the Overseer can figure something out, we're gonna glitch out. He's gonna control us again. Alright. Karman unplugs Ankita's drive and hands it to you. Take this and get out of here. I don't want anyone finding this thing in my possession. You take it. The tiny drive somehow heavier now that you know it contains the key to exposing Lane. See you in Greenbelt. We got this. I'll see you in the wheat sheaf. Karman smiles to himself. They know me there. Oh, it may have changed since you've last been there. I was over there for a little bit. I'm awesome like that. Just understand something. Karman's expression turns serious. You want my help on this? There's no way we can let it get back to the colony. Oh, so do we gotta go now? You're telling us to get out? Once you leave here, you're not coming back to Oliveira. Not until we're done. Okay, you know what? That's fair. We are a big target. He meets your eye. He needs confirmation that you recognize the importance of this. We'll leave this cycle. Karman nods. Good. He goes back to the window to stare at whatever it is he sees out there among the dusty rocks. Oh! Flint! Hi! Whoa! Upgrade points, baby! When you come back to the rig, Flint is waiting for you, leaning by the docking tunnel with a bag over their shoulder. They're coming with us! They look up as you approach. Hey. Flint nods a greeting, appearing a little unsure. Hey. I know you've already done a lot for me, so I'm not gonna push you or ask for your pity. They pause. You feel like they've been preparing this speech. They packed some index cards in their backpack. Firstly, I owe you, and I want to pay you back. I can work and I can fight, and I will protect this ship and this crew with everything I have. Secondly, we come from the same place, and whether you remember it or not, that means something. It must. I know I'm not the easiest to get on with. I know you might have your reservations about having another sleeper on the ship, but... let him finish. I'm eager. I'm ready. I want to move on, and I want to show you my value. They pause. And, well, yeah, I think that's it. You look at Flint, their frame's so much more damaged than yours, but with a fire burning in their eyes that makes them seem bigger than they are. Welcome aboard. I've never turned anyone away. There's no way I'd turn you away, Flint. You seem awesome. We have taken down a hunter together. We rescued Flint. That's you. We rescued you and Karman. We're buddies. We came from the same place. We're sleepers. We both made it out. We'll make it through this together. Welcome aboard. A smile spreads across Flint's face, and they look down to hide it. Thank you, they say to the floor. This'll work out. You'll see. We got this. Flint nods to you once more, then turns and glides down the docking tunnel towards the ship. As they do, two figures at the edge of the docking concourse catch your eye. Oh? Oh, hey! Cadence, that's your name. I'm sorry, I forgot it. You pause to look, shifting a little, and as you do, you recognize Cadence leading in. Some words are exchanged, ones you can only guess at, and the other figure embraces Cadence and turns back to the ship. As Seraphin approaches, oh! You guys do know each other, don't you? He ducks his head, passing quietly past you into the docking tunnel without a word. Or they know each other now. You take one last look out at the docks, but Cadence is gone. You idle a moment longer and feel that there's some presence, even in these empty bays. Something rare in all the belt that Oliveira has captured. But, as with all things, you must learn to leave it behind. Yeah, we're not exactly the best at staying in one place, are we? The fugitive, recruit Clint to your crew. Clint? Did I say Clint? What's wrong with me? Anyway, we've got an upgrade point, and, I say we add a +2 engage, because I feel like we might run into this a lot when we get to... Oh, but interface would be good, too. Let's go with engage. Just to be certain. The other two, maybe we'll get them, maybe we won't, but it sounds like we gotta go. I said we'd leave the cycle, and then I was like, oh shoot, I still have one glitch. Well, you know, that'll go away. Okay, the most I'm gonna do is grab some fuel. We're good on food. This, at the very least, will get us to Greenbelt. So, let's see. What have we got? Overthrow Lane! Lane has been taking power in Darkside, but colluding with Senate Stat. If you can reveal this to his gang Utsubo, his time as a leader will be done. And then get back to Darkside. Hey, we might be there sooner than we thought. The question is, can we do Cadet's Quest while hiding for our lives, or is that going to be an after thing? I guess we'll find out. Ah, we can't go that way. We'll have to go through the hollow to the Greenbelt. That's okay. It's a good thing I got some gas. Let's see what's going on at the hollow. See if anything's going. What's up? Probably not. Nah, but this gives us a chance to get rid of our glitching. I think it's a really good thing that we got the mushrooms too, considering, just considering the fact that we, are probably gonna, yeah, of course it didn't work. Considering the fact we're gonna be stuck in, Darkside for a while, it's good that we'll have a proper source of food, because we were starving last time we were on Darkside after Marco ditched us. I didn't have the rolls to get Marco out and also feed us. Now let's see. We'll take a cycle here. Just make sure we're all ready to go. We have a good amount of money. I just want to make sure we have food and supplies. We only need one supply, so we might as well just grab that. Purchase. Just want to make sure we feed the cat before we go. Our dice are all looking alright. Is there anything else I should do? Probably fuel. Scrap components, fuel. We'll fill that up. We've got 2 rare components, so that'll fix 2 dice. I don't know if we want to stock up on those or not. I mean, it should be alright, right? They won't break that fast, right? I definitely haven't fucked up with that before, right? We're fine. Let's just head straight to Greenbelt, I suppose. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we're not even... I can't even hover over it. Oliveira. Can't even click on it. They're like, get out. Stay away. Oh, what about Wellspring? How are they doing? Oh, that blockade is still in effect. Hopefully we'll be able to go there eventually. We'll just head to the Greenbelt now. See what's going on. Here we are. Look at that! I love how pretty it looks. So what do we have to do here? Are we just waiting? Oh, the wheat sheaf. There it is. Buy a meal. I am hungry. Here we go. So do we just wait here? There's the depot. We definitely should fill up on fuel. What do we do from here? Did I leave too fast? Wait for Karman's message. Okay. Then maybe we should just take a cycle here? You know what I gotta do? Try again. This is definitely gonna work. Oh, it did! It gave us supplies, but we didn't need supplies. Alright. We'll end the cycle here. We'll just wait. I'll feed the cat. Here you go, baby. I don't know how you eat a whole box of supplies yourself, but good for you, I guess. Boop, ba-da, boop, boop, boop. I guess this would be a time to do side quests, but we're... Oh, there we go. Hey, Flint! You find yourself in the cockpit, alone with Flint. They have a habit of entering a room so silently that you don't notice them arrive. Or the reverse, leaving so silently that you turn around and find them gone. Right now, they hover expectantly at the corner of your vision, preparing to speak. Do you ever think about your original? The way they ask the question, you can tell they've been eager to ask it for a while. The person you're emulated from, I mean. The person who sold themselves, sold you, to Essenarp. Flint's expression doesn't betray any emotion, but you feel like you can detect some unknowable feeling whirling behind their eyes. I mean, I would say that we do. I remember that moment we had with the Stray, where we thought we remembered petting a cat back on Earth or something, and we decided to think about that memory instead of avoid it, so sometimes I can't stop thinking about them, about who they were, and if who I am has anything to do with them. Flint looks away. That's true. How much of the personality of the original person was emulated? And how much of that personality stays with all the things the sleepers go through? Is my personality a product of being a sleeper, or simply a copy of theirs? Have I changed, or am I still identical to them? Does the emulation process, the loss of memory, the insertion into a frame, actually make us totally different people? I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it does. Two people, like, it's kind of like siblings, you know? Sort of, but not really. But you know what I mean? It's like two people, same circumstances, but they can still have wildly different experiences in life that change them into the person that they are. Just because we're a clone, quote-unquote, doesn't mean that we're, like, gonna be the exact same as them, because what we go through won't be the same as what they went through. What came through the process of emulation, and what was blocked? Flint is looking around the cockpit rapidly now, their eyes flicking from object to object as they speak. Are their memories still inside me, but cut off? Concealed? I think they are, remembering the cat memory we had. And if I admit it, I wonder if I even know what it feels like to be a person. Do humans around me feel the things I feel? Or do they feel more, feel less, feel somehow differently? Do they feel the creeping claustrophobia of being trapped inside a body with no escape? Flint's eyes flick back to you. Or do only we know how that truly feels? You could ask a human, but I feel like they want an answer from me. Because I'm somebody, as a sleeper, who's gone through the same experiences as they have. I think they do. I mean, if we think about what Bliss told us, and also my own personal experience, it's like, I think they do. It's just, like I said, different circumstances. But I suppose similar feelings? I'm not sure. It's definitely, probably, I don't know. I think they do. I don't know if it's enough to just believe. Flint meets your eyes. I want to know. You're the first sleeper I've met since my escape. We can find out together. True! I will share my experiences. There's a wall in you, one that you have built for yourself. One that separates the kind of questions Flint is asking from the parts of you that you need to live. You feel it now, like a weight in your chest, and behind there's a raging torrent pressing against it. You cannot take down the wall, you would drown. But in this moment, for Flint and for yourself, you take out a single brick. You make a gap in the wall, and you share what comes bursting forth. You talk about what it feels like to wake up in a dying body, to catch a glance of yourself in a mirror, to be seen and reminded of your false and fractured face. You share the pain of lost memories, of fleeting déjà vu, of dreams that slip beneath your waking life and replace it. You find in your broken bodies and unsteady minds a kind of solidarity, one shared between connected strangers who might, one cycle, understand each other as friends. As you put the brick back in and shore up your defenses, you know that cycle will not be this one, but its distant possibility is a reassuring one. True, and depending on how long sleepers last, especially if we could get some stabilizer for them, maybe we'll have each other for a long, long time. I'd like that. I like you, Flint. Okay, no message from Karman yet? Nothing yet. He said, see you at the wheat sheaf, so I just kind of keep staring at it. You know what? Let's swap them over to odd jobs for a second, and I guess just end the cycle. It's really like, I feel like this would be a time for side quests, but we really don't have any side quests left. The only one we do have is one that we can't go to until Karman gets back to us. But at least we're not glitched anymore, I suppose. We just have... I guess we could try and run and maybe, like... How far is the scatter yards? We'd have to go around. I don't really wanna... It's fine, we're just gonna wait. We're just chilling, we're vibing. End cycle. Waiting. Oh! We've got a message, Sleeper. Seraphin comes to the bunks to get you, his mood unusually serious. He brings you to the cockpit, his keepsake coin in his hand the whole time, spinning between his fingers. Seraphin is worried. Once you're in the cockpit, you recognize Karman's voice immediately, playing over the rig's speakers. Sleeper, I hope this message finds you and your crew safely. You'll forgive me if I'm a little tight on the details. Yeah, it's better if you don't say too much. My message is as follows. We're ready. We'll be waiting where we agreed. Godspeed. The message ends with a click. Hey, I'm already here! So, Seraphin takes a deep breath. They're waiting in Greenbelt, the wheat chief, he said. Well, whatever that is. You ready for this? I mean, we're here, aren't we? We don't really have the chance. We've got some rare components. I think we should be good as long as I'm careful. If it's like last time and there's not a time limit, at least not a time limit for a certain amount of time, then we should be alright. We just can't get too crazy with the rolls. We can't be as risky. I feel like we're going into endgame territory, so I'm ready. Seraphin nods. Alright then. Quiet falls in the cockpit. There doesn't seem to be much more to say. Karman will be waiting, but you know he'll want you to be prepared. I'll be ready when you are, Sleeper. Seraphin nods to you. You nod back. You know where you need to go to end this. Darkside, we're already here. Do I just, like, buy a meal? Oh, Karman! Karman said to meet him in the wheat sheaf. All you can do is buy a drink and wait to be called. Sure, I'm thirsty. There we go, waiting for Karman. You get Seraphin and yourself a drink and begin to wait. Didn't have to wait long. It's like Seraphin and me have been here for like 3 cycles now. You're late. Nah. The wheat sheaf is surprisingly welcoming for what was once an old Solheim canteen. The corporate bones are still there. Metal stools, a strip of service windows, sheet metal walls. But over the tens of thousands of cycles since the collapse, they've been softened and changed, layered with the detritus of human existence. As you wait at the bar with Seraphin, you look at the planters welded into the walls, the scrawled messages, the layers of stickers and flyers and posters, the amber light fittings replacing the old fluorescent light strips, the gear racks lined with farmers' packs, the netting bulging with crates and canisters. Along with the low rumble of conversation coming from off-shift farmers, it all lends to the warmth of this place, one that helps soothe your nerves ahead of the meet with Karman. You and Seraphin lean side by side at the bar, facing towards the room. You both watch Flint, just across from you, who insisted on coming along. Seraphin clears his throat. "What do you think of Cadence?" The sudden question makes you look over at him, and you see he's playing with his coin, spinning it in his palm. Seraphin... What do you mean? Seraphin shakes his head and turns to you. "You know what I mean." He closes his hand on the coin. "I think..." He pauses, and then stares again. "We kind of have a... thing." He shakes his head. "You know what I mean." "Yeah, I noticed. I noticed pretty quickly." "Yeah," he smiles. "I thought you might." "Well," Seraphin sighs and stretches, "I guess I just wanted you to know." "Well, I appreciate that." You're thinking about how to respond when the bartender taps you on the shoulder and nods towards the door to the back room. It's time. You look over at Seraphin and Flint, who's already approaching you. You give them a nod and head inside. The back rooms is metal-walled and lined with racks of old Solheim tech. You see cookers and auto-wash units piled up with dead terminals and servers. At the far end, a window looks out across the greening glass of Greenbelt's farms. "I did that!" "You made it." Karman smiles, backlit by the window. "We have lots to discuss." "You like windows." "Let's get to it." "Flint, if you don't mind." Karman nods at the other sleeper as they enter, and gestures to the door. Flint turns to you. "I'll be outside." They slide the door shut, standing guard on the other side. "Thank you, Flint. Appreciate you." "We have to take some precautions, even here." Karman gestures for you to come closer. "So," Seraphin sighs, "is this plan of ours looking any more reasonable?" "That depends on what your crew can bring to the table." Karman glances at you. "We're going to need to do a lot of work to direct the data Ankita gave you towards those that we need to see it." "Who's that? Is it the leaders we met before who tried to kill me?" "Utsubo, primarily. They should know about their boss's betrayal of the Belt, and, secondly, all of Darkside. They need to know what we do." "Will they turn on him?" "Hard to tell without us being there. You'd know better than me how much infighting is going on within Utsubo." "Oh, there is a lot of infighting, that's a good point. We saw that ourselves when we were just hiding there. But my suspicion is that the recent expansion has stretched them pretty thin." "It did, because Lane was gone for a while and they were losing it. He had to come back." "Then we make contact with Ankita as soon as we make it into Darkside." Seraphin looks at you. "We just need to stay under Lane's radar." "That's gonna be tough. I feel like he knows where I am at all times." The thought of Lane brings the memory of his attempted takeover to the back of your mind. Or front of my mind. Yeah, we should bring it up there. The feeling of him slipping behind your eyes, moving your frame. That can't happen again. "No! Hey! Long time no speak!" "Apologies. We do not wish to interrupt, but we must interject in your current course." Overseer appears in the void, flickering nervously. "An encounter with Lane would likely be catastrophic." Overseer's 3 forms orbit you. "As we must have mentioned, on arrival to Habbep, we must immediately seek the mainframe, from where we can recover my codebase and reconstruct ourselves. We would then be able to aid you in your defenses against being rewritten." "Oh yeah, I forgot about that! Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot about that!" "This is our recommended course." The 3 heads nod simultaneously and decisively. "Still with us, sleeper?" You come back to Seraphin's concerned face. "You dropped out for a second." "Oh yeah, I was just being orbited. I need to do a thing. I forgot about it." You tell Seraphin and Karman about Overseer, about how the old Solheim protocol slipped into your frame from the prime ship mine Jean-Mi used in the diagnostic process, of Overseer's protection from Lane's attempts to control you, of its proposal to make that protection effective through the old mainframe of Darkside. They listen quietly, Seraphin carefully watching as you explain. Revealing all this, you feel the burden of holding that knowledge alone being lifted. "This changes things." Karman turns and looks out of the large window at the back of the room, towards the glass canopy of the farms. We can't take on Lane without protecting you from him. Karman turns back. You should look for the mainframe. I'll make contact with Ankita, and we will meet when you're ready. But this has to remain a secret from Lane and Utsubo. If you're revealed, I'm not sure I'll be able to recover you. Probably not. This is a life or death situation. Hey, I'll have time to get some more rare components, though. We might want to spend some money now. I feel like it's now or never. By the time you've ensured your safety, I will have put together a plan with Ankita to expose Lane. We take it step by step, slow and steady. The crux will be to find a way to disseminate the data we have on Lane to his gang, or even Darkside at large. Karman stops, the path ahead still unclear to him. Yeah, we don't really know without getting our feet on the ground, I guess. Maybe Ankita can help with that. There's a nervous intake of breath from Seraphin. You share his apprehension. There's so many variables at play here. Some of the old tech strapped to a nearby rack flickers with a cascade of status lights. You all turn to look, and as you do, motors and servos begin spinning with the machines, whining and groaning. They harmonize, then begin to produce a voice. What is going on? Oh! Our apologies. The voice is shrill and distorted. We must interpose ourselves. You recognize the tone immediately. Overseer. We are regretful. Solheim Hardware, in this room, provided the opportunity for us to speak for ourselves. If the pile of servers Overseer was controlling could look any more apologetic, you imagine it would. I understand. This one sounds so mean. Why are we being mean to Overseer? They're honestly trying to help us out. And I know it's partially to save themselves too, but I like to see them as a buddy. We are... A servo clicks as it skips a rotation. Thankful. We ascertain you require dissemination of data within facility you target. The whine pitches higher as the motors increase their speed. As a Solheim protocol, we have capabilities to instigate station-wide announcements and messaging. So you could blast out Lane's betrayal through Darkside's corporate hardlines and flood the network with it? Seraphin looks impatiently at the screening pile of scrap. If that is what you require of us, we are pleased to serve. The shrill tone of the response makes you cringe. Karman has been listening silently, but now he interjects. Why would we trust you? He glances in your direction. You seem to be a little more than a parasite in the sleeper systems. Hey! Don't talk that way about my friend. If we use your unflattering analogy, then you will understand that a parasite requires the body of its host to live. The motors stutter. We will ensure the sleeper's continuance. And afterwards, Karman folds his arms. When you have what you want and regain your codebase from the mainframe, will you still do as we ask? We will endeavor to do so. The acrid smell of burning motors now fills the room. I don't know if this tech is gonna hold up much longer. But we will undergo a transformative refractoring. We will become whole again, so we cannot speak to our actions in future with certainty. Seraphin and Karman exchange concerned looks. We can do what you require. We will protect the sleeper. We will disseminate the data. We are a service protocol. We will serve. The motors and servos stutter and whine and then go still. The status lights blinking and then fading to darkness. Overseer has retreated. We aren't actually going to do what the ghost says, are we? Seraphin looks between you and Karman. The offer is a tempting one, and one that, ultimately, we cannot refuse. Karman sighs. But we must proceed with extreme care and caution. What do you think, Sleeper? Seraphin meets your eye. I want to trust the Overseer. When I think of the Overseer, I think of Warden. I still feel really sad about Warden. I mean, like, it seems like these things have a capacity to feel, especially if we think of Neovend on the Eye, and all of the other creatures we met there. Most of them aren't mindless. And why are we judging Overseer for things that we don't even know if they'll do? They genuinely want to help right now. I want to trust them. I don't want to, like, I don't know. It seems really mean to just immediately believe that they're gonna turn out to be bad. Maybe I'm being too naive, but I see the good in Overseer. Technically, I guess you could say they are a parasite, but they genuinely do seem to want to help. Even if that is just because they're a service protocol, but still, I think we should give them a chance. I want to trust them, because I would have given the same offer to Warden. Obviously, Warden changed. Maybe if it was only a little bit, but Warden was lonely. They were really lonely and sad. And they wanted people to stick around. They were waiting for people, and Overseer was doing the same thing, just struggling until they were able to escape. So sure, they're not their entire selves, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. I trust Overseer. I trust them. Seraphin sighs. Then that's that. We have our plan. Karman turns to you. Sleeper, you and your crew will find the mainframe and access it. I will find Ankita. She will help us disseminate the evidence of Lane's collusions through Utsubo, and then, as a fallback, Overseer will send it through the old networks to all of Darkside. Oh wait, you're coming to Darkside with us? Oh, really? Wait, what? A simple plan, until you get to the details. Seraphin looks down, frustrated. Speaking of plans, I have a present for you. One that'll improve our chances. Karman pulls a small box from the nearest rack. One you hadn't noticed before, and it hinges open, revealing a chunk of tech you don't recognize. It's a spoof transponder. It'll conceal your ship on the approach to Darkside, give it a new identity. One unlikely to draw attention from the Utsubo-controlled docking admin. I know that somewhere Cadet just is like, yes! Yes! Seraphin takes the transponder and turns it over. Where did you get this? We maybe don't want to know. Even retired mercenaries have their secrets, Karman smiles. Not gonna look into that? Seraphin looks to you. I'll be with you this time, Sleeper. He nods. We should think who else we want on the station, too. I agree, Karman interrupts. Make sure you trust those you bring with you, and prepare as best you can. We can't know how this will play out. You nod. You'll get one shot at this. Oh god! Then we're ready. Karman takes a breath. I have my own way of getting into Darkside. But here. He passes you a small strip of plastic stamped with numbers. My private frequency. When you're on approach to Darkside, message me here, and I'll sync up my transit. He points at the transponder in Seraphin's hand. Just make sure to install that first. Seraphin nods. We've got it, he sighs. The weight of the task suddenly very apparent. Well, I suppose that's it. Karman gives you both a serious look. It is. He smiles. Don't leave me waiting for long. There will be more time when this is all over. Time where you don't have to keep looking over your shoulder, I hope. You leave Karman in the back of the wheat sheaf, Flint sliding open the door as you leave. It takes the entire journey back to the ship for your nerves to settle. The end of this ordeal is so close, and yet it feels like an impossible leap to get there. Perhaps in a handful of cycles, you'll know how impossible, or possible, it is. Oh gosh, I'm terrified! So, how are you feeling about the Solheim protocol in your head? Seraphin doesn't look up from installing the transponder, a set of wires and cables waving loosely around him in the low light of the cockpit. Overseer's okay. I trust them. Glad to hear it, although you'll have to forgive me for being a bit concerned. He begins unscrewing a panel beneath the flight console. Maybe you could have mentioned it earlier? I swear that I did. I thought I talked about it at least a little bit. I've been really honest with you, Seraphin. Most of this game. And everyone. I've kind of been an open book. Seraphin clips his magnetic screwdriver to the side of the console's base and turns to face you, dusting off his hands. Oh, are you gonna lecture me now? I've understood for a while now, Sleeper. There are things you experience that I can't even come close to knowing how they feel. But that doesn't mean I don't understand you as a person. Seraphin gives you a concerned look. I know you're secretive, defensive, and I know there are reasons for that. Okay, secret sister, secret girlfriend. I also know that you're warm and kind and generous to those on this ship with you. Seraphin pauses, collecting his thoughts. I trust you, Sleeper, and I won't question this. You didn't question the several adopted crewmates that I dragged onto this ship kicking and screaming, so... But please, hold on to what's human in you, because that's what I'm holding on to. Seraphin stops, his eyes a little wild, his tone a little unsure. What do you mean? Then he finds himself again, settles his emotions, and turns back to the transponder. I'm not gonna become like an evil Solheim monster, Seraphin, I promise, I swear. Unless the roll to save to not become an evil Solheim monster has anything to do with interface, because then I'm fucked. But that's neither here nor there. Right, that's it. He twists something beneath the console. Spoof transponder is in. There's nothing keeping us out of Darkside. Oh god, You exchange a look. Say the word when you want to go. Oh god. Oh dear. Let me look. Where's Darkside? It's right there! Oh god! I'm scared. I'm a big baby. I'm scared. Okay. Okay. So, let's think about this very quick. What are we planning? What are we gonna do? Who are we gonna bring? Where exactly are we going? Are we gonna be, like, at Darkside and then we're gonna do missions around? Or are we gonna be at Darkside with 2 people? Is that what it's gonna be? Either way, we're bringing Bliss. Bliss is my one and only. I love Bliss. They are my favorite. I love them so much. But as for the other crewmate we should bring, I'm not sure. Maybe Flint, but I don't know what Flint has. We'll have to check that. Nia could also be another good one because into it. But Junie could also be good, especially with Solheim tech. It might be good to bring her along. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm still not entirely sure what the best route is, but we only have one shot at this, and it's gonna be going down next time. And this might be the end of the game. I don't know. I don't know how much is after this, but I guess we'll have to find out. I'm very scared, but I trust us. I trust our crew. I trust Ankita, and I trust the Overseer. We're gonna get through this. Friendship is the true magic. And hacking and blackmail and information and all that stuff. We got this. We're gonna do it. And hopefully hubris won't lead us down the wrong path. I will try and be very careful with my rolls and my stress. We don't want it to be like last time we were at Darkside. No matter what, we're not bringing Marco. I don't even know if that's an option, but if it is, the answer's no. We are going now, and we're not looking back. We got this. And by now, I mean next time. So until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves. Don't forget to install your spoof transponders before going on the most dangerous mission of your life. And have a good day.